Squad, back with another video. I'm Recklezz.
Okay.
Got Biden sharing U.S. secrets on live television. This is something that I feel like, as a president, you don't do. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we, like, regardless of what it is, like what we going on as a United States as a whole, you don't really say or do. Like, I feel like that's common sense though.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this would happen though, just because how he is and how it's been, what we've been watching. I feel like this was bound to happen.
Yeah, and it's done that scary.
Yeah, because you don't know what's about to happen.
Facts. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button. Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, watching this reaction. Let's get into it.
President Biden facing backlash after appearing to let a military secret slip during a rare live TV interview.
This is a war relating to munitions and the running out of that ammunition, and we're low on it. And so what I finally did, took the recommendation.
And he just talking, and we're low on it.
He didn't even like be like, oh shoot, like think for a second. He's just still going on about it.
Other countries seeing this like, oh, they low on ammunition. Oh,
yeah,
like this.
Recommendation of the Defense Department to not permanently, but to allow for in this transition period where we have more 155.
He gotta go. Like, they gotta get him out of office.
Weapons and these shells for the Ukrainians.
Jake Beckett is a U.S. Army veteran and former Arkansas Senate candidate, and he joins us now. Jake, good morning to you. You know, it's a two-part issue here, actually three if you think about it. But when you think about the U.S. depleting our stockpile of military ammunition and the fact that Biden just let this blurt out, this was music to our adversaries' ears hearing this. Not only that, but Americans should be concerned. And then it begs the whole question, if he's just blurting things like this out in an interview, is he competent enough to lead the nation?
Well, it's a fair question, and I have to laugh because as an Army officer, former Army officer myself, if me or one of my soldiers were to tweet or give some kind of a media interview where we revealed such crucial information to the public, we would be censured, maybe even imprisoned. But here is our commander-in-chief just blurting out this tactical and strategic information for everyone to hear. It's embarrassing.
And that's what I don't like, is the fact that everybody else get basically like, literally, if this was somebody else doing the things that he's doing or his son is doing, it'd be something else. And I feel like that's what's like bother. Like, you literally saying that we low on ammunition. Like, I don't care what nobody say. That was the wrong thing to do. Regardless, that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah, I don't care if you're the #1 Biden supporter. That is something that you do not like. That.
It's humiliating. It's part of the reason why I believe that the Democrats are going to replace Joe Biden at the top of the ticket in 2024. And he really is just this doddering old commander-in-chief. He's an 80-year-old man. He's definitely lost a lot of miles an hour on his fastball, but it really has dire implications for national security. I mean, here he is just telling everyone, telling the world that we are currently low on 155 ammunition, which is the largest and most important artillery munitions that we use in the modern military. And it also really begs the question, why can't the West, Western Europe and the United States, match Russian production? That seems to be a running theme over the past year to 18 months with this war in Eastern Europe. The United States, we're clearly having trouble manufacturing the munitions that are capable to not only complete the requirements for our own military, but to fund our allies as well. So, we're supposed to be depleting the capabilities of Russia in this conflict. That's obviously not the case. As a matter of fact, it seems to be quite the opposite is what's happening here.
Well, the White House tried to walk this back. They told Fox News Digital, quote, the military has specific requirements for the numbers of weapon systems and ammunition we maintain in our reserves in case of contingencies or military conflict. Everything we send to Ukraine is in excess of that. So the U.S. is not running out of ammunition ourselves. You're the only one of the three of us who has a perspective on this. You served in the military. You understand how weapons work. You understand our stockpiles. Do you buy what the White House just said there?
No, that's just clean up on aisle 3 right there. I mean, that's just, we've seen this time and time again. The entire Biden administration, you know, he blurts out, or he accidentally reveals the truth, and then his handlers immediately come out to try to walk it back and say, "Don't believe your lying eyes, what the president just accidentally revealed to you."
But you can't do that. Like, that's regardless. Like, that's the president. Like,
he said that.
It's a lot of people that's like, it's kids, like teenagers. Like, the president, it really said this. Like, he said this. Like, whatever the president says, they don't care. It can be a, you know what I'm saying, somebody else come in there and say, "Oh, well, you know," why he said, like, backtracking, like, "Oh, well, really mean to say this," or he didn't. No, it's still gonna be in the back of your head. Like, the president literally just said this.
Not anybody else, the president.
Right.
Immediately come out to try to walk it back and say, "Don't believe your lying eyes, what the president just accidentally revealed to you. Here's what's actually happening." So we've seen this time and again. It's really no surprise, and again, it's why I truly believe that the Democrats, they're waiting for the right time. They don't want to supplant Biden with Kamala Harris because they know that she's a sure loser in 2024, and she's even more embarrassing in public than he is. So I think they want to wait until the right moment to supplant him with someone like Gavin Newsom, who would probably have a better chance in 2024.
Or now the media, they were propping up Gretchen Whitmer last week, so that was the new one. But now we have to switch gears to this. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, he's putting up some huge buoys across 1,000 feet of the Rio Grande to try and block migrants. You know, Jake, no matter what the governor does in Texas, the left is obviously going to criticize him. But do you think these buoys are going to work, or is this going to cause, you know, us to see, I hate to say it, but more dead migrants in the river? Because that's the first thing I thought of.
Well, I think your mindset is correct. I mean, the left is going to hate whatever Greg Abbott or any red state governor does, so you might as well act decisively to secure the southern border. And you know, really, you have to think about this as a military engagement. Think about it in terms of national defense. Deterrence is the best strategy. So, you know, with these waves of illegal immigrants that are swarming across our borders, okay, all they know is what they see in front of them and what they hear from their family and friends and the groups that support them who have gone before them. So if they hear that, hey, there are dangerous obstacles in the river, that word is going to flow down through Mexico and Central America, and the word will be out that the border is secure. So what we should do is be increasing these efforts to deterrence and use this as an opportunity for red state governors to work together. I've been saying this for years. Okay, Greg Abbott and other red state governors should work in concert, utilize their National Guard, create new state guard militia units that are specifically designed to do what the federal government refuses to do, which is in violation of the Constitution, by the way, which is to refuse to secure our southern border. So I really encourage these other red state governors to help Greg Abbott do this, because, you know, and unless they work together, unless there's a coalition of red state governors to step in where the feds refuse to act, then these waves of illegal migrants are not going to stop.
Jake Beckett, thank you for your time this morning. Have a great week.
Thanks, Jake.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I definitely do gotta say, like that right there, like, you know, it's one thing, you know, with the ending with, you know what I'm saying, Texas and Mexico, like, that's one thing, but we talking about the president literally giving out what shouldn't be given, like.
Yeah, and I didn't even know it was gonna be something like that. Like, that's, I mean, regardless, it's serious, but that's like one of the things, like, I feel like that's really big, and he's just put it out.
Facts.
And nobody even, he's not even getting in trouble or anything for it.
And that's what's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand, like,
Regardless,
how, especially,
or not.
yeah, that's something, like, you telling that like we low, I mean, like, that's obviously, that's something that people will look at like, oh, okay, well, he just said no. That's something that's big, like,
Yeah.
especially, I didn't even know that that's like the biggest, you know, ammunition that they use, like military use.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was like that. I thought we talking about, you know what I'm saying, some M4 ammunition or something.
Something not like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe. I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this reaction. More videos to come. Catch y'all next one.